What up, everybody? It's your boy Adrian, and welcome back to the Sports Elite Podcast. Now it is Tuesday, the 17th, 2 days after the Steelers suffered a heartbreaking loss to the Seattle Seahawks, going 0-2. But there's been a lot of news around Pittsburgh and a lot of news around the league. So I did say I'll be back with the update, but it is official. Unfortunately, our franchise quarterback Ben Roethlisberger is out for the season with the elbow injury. Now, they didn't specifically say what the injury was. Tomlin said he would wait to update after Ben has his surgery, but he's getting it this week. But my guess is a torn ligament, something in his elbow. But that says it right there. A lot of people are counting us out, but it's time to turn to Mason Rudolph, second-year guy to Oklahoma State, who the Steelers feel like they have big promise. In my opinion, he has stature. He's just the same size. The Steelers are fully confident in his abilities. He threw 2 touchdowns in Sunday's game. We're going to see what he's going to do as the Steelers have to travel to San Fran to play the 2-0 San Francisco 49ers and Jimmy G. Now, even walking across the locker room, Mike Hilton said they have the utmost confidence. Mason says he has the utmost confidence. Well, here's what it's going to tell me. Do the Steelers see him as the future quarterback? We'll find out in these next 14 games that Mason gets to play and starting Sunday. Like I said, he said he has a lot of confidence. We'll see what he can do. I did notice Sunday, though, he did love to throw the ball to Vance McDonald. Got to get Juju more involved. I think it'll be a quick passing game. We have to get back to the ability to run the ball. And with that being said, James Conner did suffer a knee injury, but he did say he can manage through it and he will play Sunday. Now, with that being said, what happened last night, the Steelers traded for a safety, second-year guy out of Alabama, was a future-round pick from the Miami Dolphins, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Now, I said last week, September 13th, when he asked for a trade, hey, come join the black and yellow, and that's what the Steelers did. I was just as shocked as a lot of people by this move. I didn't see the Steelers taking a chance to go get Minkah, but Mike Tomlin did say they were high on him as they were scouting him last year as he traveled to Tuscaloosa twice. But, hey, I'm happy. Sean Davis is on IR. I don't know what the extent of his injury is, but the Steelers gave up a first-round pick, gave up two other picks. The Dolphins gave up Minkah a fourth-round pick and a seventh-round pick in 2021. Now, 2 things this signals to me. The Steelers are not quitting, 1, and 2, they have faith in Mason Rudolph as the future quarterback. Those are the questions that have to be answered. They feel like he can replace Big Ben when it's time, but he has to see what he can do. The Steelers' schedule isn't easy, and they're 0-2, and they're way behind. But we got to see. I like Minkah, I really am. So we have to see if the first round pick was really worth it. Now he was reportedly unhappy in Miami because they had him playing out of position and playing him in multiple positions that he did not want to play in. And as we all know right now, Miami is a dumpster fire. Damn, they're trading every good player on the roster. They already got rid of Kiki Alonso, shopping Kenyon Drake. Shoot, Xavier Howard's the only one left on that defense, and he's left wondering what's going on. And I wouldn't want to be a part of that franchise. They traded Laramie Tunsil, but the Steelers got a great player return. And will the first-round pick be worth it? It's a really risk. It's a gamble. But, hey, they're going to plug him alongside the first-round strong safety from last year, Terrell Edmonds. So pair them 2 up. And Minkah will be starting on Sunday in San Fran. So I'm very excited to see what this young safety tandem can do. And we have him under control for the next 3 years. So I really like the trade, and I'm going to see what's going to happen with that. I'm excited. He can be the best defensive back on our team. As Joe Hayden, I think, still is, but he's aging a little bit. And by the way, I just want to point this out. I do love Mike Hilton. I love what he brings in that slot position. He's probably one of the best blitzing slot corners in the league, as you seen last week against Seattle. Artie Burns is not good. Steve Nelson's okay. Whatever, but we got 7, 8 first-round picks on the defensive side of the ball over these last few years. So we're trying to stack the defense up, but this offense has to come back. This defense has to step it up this week in San Fran. And San Fran, in my opinion, doesn't have a great receiving core. They have a great tight end in George Kittle, but the rest of them, I'm not really too worried. Besides Marquise Goodwin, who's a speed guy who can take the top off of defense. But we'll see what he can do. And what I've noticed in the NFL a lot lately in the last few years, there's been a lot of in-season trades, which we normally don't see that happen. But this is going on. I'm excited. Like I said, I know we're 0-2, but we're going to see what's going to happen Sunday. In the division, right now it seems like Baltimore is running away with the division. They're 2-0. They've played Miami. They've played Arizona. Lamar Jackson is looking like a stud. I'm still not sold on Cleveland. I know you say my hate for Cleveland is real, but they're 1-1. I watched them last night on Monday Night Football against the Jets. I was not impressed as the Jets had 7 starters out and they still were hanging in the game late in the third quarter. It was 3-16. Hey, look, I'm saying the Jets could have made some plays. They were down to their third string quarterback. Trevor Siemian tore ligaments in his ankle. Navion's the only one on the offense. No C.J. Mosley. No Quentin Williams. Hey, what do you expect them to do? Was not impressed. I don't think Cleveland's line is that great. I think that's the weakest part of their team. But that being said, hey, the next 5 weeks they play teams who are a combined record of 5-0, starting Sunday night with the Los Angeles Rams. I think Cleveland will lose that, but I'm just not impressed by Cleveland thus far at no point in time. OBJ is a beast, but I'm just not impressed with the team. It's a lot of sizzle, no steak, man. Hey, no flash in the pans. We'll see, though. And Cincinnati, I'm not even worried about Cincinnati. They've got some solid players, but they're just not ready yet with Zach Taylor in his first year. But that's my Steeler news, so I'm excited for that. So, we'll see what happens. I'm still Steeler Nation has waited this terrible time, baby. Sunday can't come fast enough. It's time to move on and get off to a better start and start piling these W's up. But that being said, let's hop on to some other news going around the league because there's been a lot of news, a lot of crazy stuff going on. First and foremost, the Jalen Ramsey requested a trade last night. Sunday got into it with Doug Marrone, and it's been a lot of back and forth between them. Comes with armored truck in the training camp, wants a new contract, not getting it. He's, in my opinion, the best corner in the game. I know the Jags haven't been really winning, and his attitude is a lot, but I love it. For a corner, you have to be that brash, and you have to be that outspoken, and I love it. Now, they got a game Thursday night against the Tennessee Titans. He reported today he says he's ready to go, but I think if a trade's going to happen, it's going to happen within the next week or so, maybe after Thursday. I don't think they'll trade it before Thursday, but I know the Jags are asking for a lot, 2 first-round picks. But if I was them and a team offered me a first and a second, I'm jumping right on that. You're not going to pay him anyway, so you might as well trade him, and you're not winning with him. But with that being said, I think the 2 teams that really should go after Jalen Ramsey, one is in the AFC, and that's the Kansas City Chiefs. Why not? Your defense is atrocious. Atrocious. You give up points. You're going to need a playmaker on that side of the ball to help out. Get Pat Mahomes to stop when you need to. Jalen Ramsey can make plays. He can get that defense fired up and lead them. And in the NFC, you got the Philadelphia Eagles. He would be perfect in Jim Schwartz's defense. Man-to-man, blitz, cover your best guy. And with that being said, these 2 teams, the Chiefs and the Eagles, have Super Bowl aspirations and glory. In my opinion, in the AFC right now, it's down to the Patriots and the Chiefs pretty much. In the NFC, it's up. There's a lot of better teams. But if you're the Eagles, you can add Jalen Ramsey. That increases your chances tremendously. Because the Eagles are already 1-1. You're behind the Dallas Cowboys, who are 2-0, and that is 2 division wins. But that will help tremendously. So if I'm those 2 teams, I'm definitely calling. I think the Jags are asking for a lot for 2 first-round picks. But we'll see what's going to happen with that. I want to see them go somewhere and do good. So I wouldn't mind them on the Chiefs or the Eagles. So we'll see what happens. But in other news, we got the Drew Brees news. He's out 6 weeks. Tore ligament in his stomach against the Rams. That's bad. But they got a pretty solid backup in Teddy Bridgewater. I think he can hold the ship. But I do think that puts Atlanta Falcons in the driver's seat to win this division if they weren't already before. So take advantage of these opportunities. But Teddy will win a couple of these games, I believe. I say they go 3-3 in the stretch if Drew Brees misses 6 games while Teddy's filling in. Offense just hasn't looked as dynamic, and Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas are going to have to step their game up. In other news, we got last night, like I talked about earlier, the Cleveland Browns defeated the New York Jets, pulled away late in the game. Now, there's controversy. Jamal Adams unfollowed the Jets on Twitter. Didn't take him off his bio. Look, people make a big deal out of this. Athletes are going to do what they want to do. Jamal Adams is one of the best safeties in the game. But he wasn't happy last night. He got benched late in the 4th, and the Jets just struggled. But, hey, like I said, there were out so many starters, a C.J. Mosley, a Quentin Williams, no Sam Darnold who has mono. So pretty much it's Le'Veon, Jamal Adams. And the Jets just don't have enough pieces yet. Their lines is terrible, and he's going to need some help. The Jets are, I believe, a year away from even competing for a playoff spot, as they just don't have enough offensive firepower, especially with Sam Darnold It's feel like the AFC East is up for wraps. But I feel like Jamal Adams has a reason to be frustrated. It happens. It really does happen. And last but not least, finally, the New York Giants have benched Eli Manning. Now, I know they did it a few years ago, only to put him in a week later. But they're finally turning to the first-round pick of this year, Daniel Jones. Now, I root for Daniel Jones. He was booed in the draft. A lot of people weren't happy. And in my opinion, he's a bigger, younger Eli Manning. We're going to see what's going to happen, but that just makes them more interesting. Pair him. The future starts now. Why wait? The time is ticking. And Eli had a great career for the Giants. He got him 2 Super Bowl wins, but the time is now. Put Daniel Jones in, start your future now, and start this reset clock. But in my opinion, I don't feel like Dave Gettleman is a great GM, but hey, it makes the Giants more interesting to watch. I love this NFL. Like I said, trades are happening. So much news going on. My Steelers making moves, but hey, Week 3 is coming up. It's going to be great, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned to the NFL. I love my football. But hey, you know what to do. Subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. That's @KeepingTheScore. Hey, like I always say before I end my show, follow your dreams, chase them. Don't let anybody tell you nothing, and strive for greatness. Keep doing what you love to do, and don't let nobody stop you. Everybody have a great day. It's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.